Hello and welcome back to Let's Play over 700 Super Nintendo games. I'm Circle Master. Let's get the wheel a spinning. Book Thief coming in with The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This is all Book Thief's doing. Thank you so much. I'm giving you the credit. We are playing a good game. A great game. We're playing a classic. My personal favorite Zelda game. Oh, I could not be happier right now. And it's all thanks to Book Thief. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I can't click buttons right now. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I'm so happy. We're just gonna we're just gonna go with circle. That is almost perfectly fitting. Listen to me. I'm just like relieved and happy and everything's wonderful right now. I'm loving it. I don't love this weird extra thick window that OBS is putting around the emulator. But hey, you don't have to see that. And you know what? For this game, I'll put up with it. Is there magic under here? I forget. Nope, just hearts. We don't need no stinking hearts. We're full of hearts. I'm sure that there is a speedrun strat for this or something, but I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it all normal, like. Probably not 100% it. Maybe I should 100% it. That would require me to find a thing of maps, though. Which I'm not sure I'm quite happy to do. Simply because there are a lot of very optional chests on Death Mountain. Hey, Shapuitin! Thanks to Book Thief, we rolled just about perfect. Pulled out my favorite Zelda game. I'm happy enough that I'm going to ignore OBS's issues, assuming that they don't interfere with recording. But hey, you know what? If they interfere with recording, that's just an excuse to play Legend of Zelda again. I don't think I've played this game since I did that randomizer LP years ago. I just now I'm gonna have the issue of I don't know what to talk about just because I'm gonna be playing the game and enjoying it and not talking, or at least not knowing what to say. I'll be honest, I always switch to the boomerang here, but I almost never actually use it. Shaputin wants my top 3 Zelda games. Well, I've kind of spoiled it, but number 1 is this one. The question is what's 2 and 3 and what gets left off the list. There are a lot. I'm not huge on the recent ones. I say that having never played Breath of the Wild. No, Book Thief. I played the original. I would probably put the original. The original's up there. I wasn't paying attention, but I understand. I played this game a bunch. Of the ones that I've played, I'm gonna put the original. I'm gonna have the original at number 2. The original is gonna edge out my number 3 pick just because it is like the one that I grew up with alongside this one. I mean, I was obviously still a youngin' when this one came out. And frankly, this one's better because it's the best one. But yeah, so this one, number 1, Original Legend of Zelda at number 2, and number 3, I'm gonna say Majora's Mask. I'm one of the people. I liked Majora's Mask more than Ocarina of Time back when everybody thought Ocarina of Time was the best Zelda. I was ahead of the curve on that one. I say that as if a popular opinion has shifted. I kind of feel like it has. But yeah. If you've watched my other videos, you might remember an LP series I did with Dan and Grace called Shadow of Destiny. I'm a sucker for time travel stories, and that gave me a lot of incentive to enjoy Majora's Mask over Ocarina of Time. Also, Majora's Mask. No, Majora's Mask did have a water temple as well, but you got to be Zora form for it. So it was slightly more bearable. Very slightly. Like, water levels are not good in Zelda games. Not even this one. And this one kind of sucks because it kind of has 2. You have a sealed copy of Majora's Mask. I wonder how much that's worth. I actually don't own Majora's Mask. That was a game that I rented as a child. Back when Blockbuster was a thing. Remember Blockbuster? So yeah, I don't actually own... I don't own any of the Super Nintendo Zeldas. They were rentals for me. Sorry, when I said Super Nintendo, I meant N64. A lot of N64 games I played as rentals rather than buying them. You know, I was at that age when I was more aware of, like, the breadth of options in gaming. But still too young to afford anything. So I ended up renting a lot of games to try them out. Which has led to me having an incredibly tiny N64 library, despite the fact that I still have my original N64. I think, like, the only good game I have that I own for N64 is GoldenEye. There's the door. Jeez. I was way off. Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics is a great game. I still own my copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. I think I have the greatest hits version. I don't remember. But still. But yeah, I've played a lot of classic N64 games without ever owning them. I remember renting Star Fox a bunch. Like, I got really good at Star Fox just playing it off of rental periods. And I actually, when I first got sick, or, you know, when I first got the migraines, and I was, like, laid up and immobilized, more or less, I was thinking to myself, I should probably see if I can find a copy of Star Fox 64. And at the time, you could actually get them for like 20 bucks on Amazon. Like game only, no rumble pack. But 20 bucks. And I really was strongly tempted to get one, but I didn't because I had just stopped working and I was like, I'm gonna need money. I can't be spending money at this juncture. So I didn't get one. And then later, I went back. I forget when it was. I think it was after a stimulus check. You know, in the last year. Where I was like, you know what? I should spend a little of the stimulus money. Get myself that Star Fox 64. And now they're like way more expensive. It's kind of super depressing. Alright, I'm supposed to talk to this woman. I don't remember the details, but here's a long story. Now I have to go talk to somebody else in town. I need bombs for this, don't I? Yeah, you just have a couple pennies. I forget. No, you have a block pushing thing down here. I don't need bombs to get to that. Let's see if I remember how to do the block pushing. A few of the worst games I've rented. Shipweden wants to know, or wants me to remember the worst games I've rented. Also, I screwed this up. I don't know, I've rented some real bad ones. The first one that comes to mind, just because we were talking about N64 rentals, was Quest 64. That was a game I remember being excited about because it was like the first quote-unquote proper RPG for the N64. And then I rented it, and like I could tell immediately that it was hot garbage. And I struggled for a while, you know, I rented that game, I had it for the whole weekend. And I was gonna try to get to the good part, or make it work, or something. And there was no good part. It was bad. Oh, jeez. I was trying to walk behind her back. It didn't work. Fortunately, attacking this knight over the hedge works, even though he has a polearm, and I have a sword. Because he doesn't know how to use this polearm. You want a bomb, don't you? Yeah, you want me to have bombs. Holy crap, Shapuitin, you're rich. How dare you? You know, Shapuitin, if you sell it for $5,000, you can afford to give your old pal Circlemaster a little love on Patreon. Patreon.com/Circlemaster. I know people are going to be watching this video. It's Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I'm going to plug stuff. I have a Patreon. I'm poor. I am waiting on disability still. My God, it has been so long. Wait, did you have anything, or were you just a weird? You're just weird. Oh, you're Bart, and I had no idea that was you, Shapuitin. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. No, you're in my Discord and everything. Yeah, why didn't you say, hey, this is Shapuitin or something? Jeez. Well, I mean, Book Thief, any movie game is going to be bad. And honestly, I don't know anything about Bionicle other than memes. Like, I've seen so many Bionicle memes of, like, not even about Bionicle. It's just about, like, being a fan of Bionicle. Right, there's nothing I can do there. I think I could... No, I need bombs for this. Wait, I bought bombs. I'm an idiot. I spent money on bombs. I'm getting the heart piece. Let's see if I can remember the optimal route. There it is. Not accidentally jump off, which is something I do a lot. I accidentally go over that edge when I'm going around that guy to get the heart piece. It's pretty annoying. But hey, we got it. I don't remember what's in that building, but I'm coming back up here because I actually have bombs and I wish to use them. Right, does this... No, that was the shop. Where's the bug catching net kid? I can never remember where that kid lives. I'm having a memory happen right now. Hold on. There was it was an NES game. I'm going back to the topic of rentals. There was this NES game, and it was called Star something. I know that really narrows it down for y'all. It was like Star Lancer or Star Fighter, or, you know, it was one word that started with Star, and it was like presented as like a flight, like a dogfight game where like you got into it and you're like in the cockpit view of a spaceship and you're thinking you're gonna shoot aliens and do cool stuff like Wing Commander before Wing Commander came out, because I'm talking about original NES. But it was like this weird sim strategy game where you were like doing quests. It might be Star Voyager, that might be it. But it was this weird like sim strategy game. Where you had quests and like open world, because you had like a whole star map that you could go around, but you didn't travel on the map. You could look at the map. It's not Star Tropics. I know what Star Tropics is. Um, but you could look at the map and like plot a course, and it'll give you a little thing like go this way. But you then had to manually enter this like hyperspace warp mode where you went extra fast. And then you had to like manually exit it after you'd gone the correct distance, or you would overshoot. It was there like there was no autopilot. There was no it was not fast travel. It was like you were manually warping. It was kind of like Elite Dangerous. Where you can just blow right past your objective, except because it's NES and you have no visual references for anything, you won't know that you blew past it until you check the map again and realize that you're not where you wanted to be. And it was very awkward to control, like everything. No, like it was Hankosha, this was an NES game. This was before those games. Yeah, I think yeah, it really sounds like a Star Voyager then. Um like the NES could not handle this game. Like what the developers probably intended was nothing close to what they could actually make. No, it's Star Voyager. Um but yeah, like imagine if somebody tried to make an NES port of Elite Dangerous. Except I don't think it had any trading elements. I think it was just literally like questing around. Why am I even here? I can't do anything with the blacksmiths. I'm just like exploring and killing stuff and picking stuff up and going completely random. No, it was better than No Man's Sky because they at least designed the game world in Star Voyager, as opposed to just letting an RNG seed roll the dice based on when you powered on the NES to dictate what the galaxy looked like. Maybe it was inspired by the original Elite. That is a fair guess. Um, I don't really want to go down to the lake area yet. I'll just get my ass kicked. There's your sign. I believe it's this way. I might be confused. Oh yeah, all like I don't know who expected the Cruella movie to be good, but hey, let's humanize and try to sympathize with the animal murderer was never going to go over well. And all signs point to they did a terrible job of it. To the surprise of what should be nobody. It should be no surprise at all that they did a terrible job of trying to get the audience to sympathize with the old woman who wanted to murder puppies. Octorok tried to snipe me from downtown. I was too smart for him. Hello, old man. Yes. I love that the options are yeah and of course. Like, we're not even going to bother with a but thou must. You're just going to say yes in the way that you prefer. No, what it should have done, Naren, is it should have just gone full stupid. And it shouldn't have been, I abuse animals because I have a tragic past. It should have been, Dalmatians are actually evil aliens in disguise, and I'm the only one who knows it, and I have to stop them. It should have been like They Live, where only Cruella de Vil can see the horror that lies behind the black and white spotted dog. That would have been a movie. No, they're just, all Dalmatians are like an alien invading species that disguises themselves as dogs because they know that humans like dogs. I'm actually going to need to use the boomerang for this. Wow, you did not get stunned at all, you stupid Skelly. Exactly. Why do you think Dalmatians are on all the fire trucks? So that they're always there at the scene of the crime to help cover it up. That's what the Cruella movie should have been, and instead we got Dalmatians murdered my mom because the evil bad lady made them. I'm trying to remember where to go. I guess this is the only way I can go, so let's just keep going. These skeletons are trying to give me free hugs, but I don't want free hugs. No, it doesn't actually justify her future treatment of dogs at all. Which is part of the reason why it's stupid. But the fact that they even tried is the ultimate stupid. I can't wait for them to humanize Jafar by making it so that he's not trying to take over Agrabah, but he's trying to overthrow the monarchic sultanate to create like democracy and socialism and whatever. He's trying to do social good. But them evil hereditary monarchists are perpetuating an oppressive regime or something. I'm just leaving. Forget this. Losing all my health to skellies. Was hoping for another heart drop, didn't get one. Look at that. That's some pro gamer right there. Didn't get hit once. Yeah, well, I've already blown that level of skill. You expect me to maintain it for the whole run. At least I can still shoot arrows like a boss, right? Trying to wake up just one of these guys. Come on, come on. I'm already full on all this stuff, so forget it. I forget if it's 2 shots or 3 shots to kill these guys. Okay, it's 3. I'm trying to get them so I can kill the last 2, like, simultaneously. There we go! Screw your second form. Ursula and Little Mermaid, didn't they already make a thing that basically says Ursula was wrongfully exiled or something? Like Triton was being a tyrant and exiled her, cursed her or something? Like, they already tried to humanize. Is my understanding anyway. Why am I doing this? I have a bow now. Alright, give me them boots. I want to go fast. Yeah. No, Andrew Ryan... I guess Andrew Ryan was already been portrayed as a villain, so yeah. I could absolutely see them actually doing that as the villain thing for Jafar. I'm going up here when I don't even have the thing to do yet. You know what I should do? I believe it's this way. I should hit up Lost Woods. If I get back to town from here, do I really have to go the long way around? I think I do. Yep. Alright. Yeah, I should get the magic mushroom stuff going. Right? Or no? Can I not yet? Do I need the glove? I don't know what Gaston's tragic backstory would be. I don't think it's possible for him to have a tragic backstory. He was like the jock. That's the word. I forgot to get the book. I'm a dummy. Can you tell it's been a long time since I played this game? Please don't spawn on top of me. Where's the cave? I thought there was a cave up here. There it is. Are you kidding me? I died on the stupid cactus? No, I should have started from Sanctuary, shouldn't I? Oh well. No, if you think about it, Gaston was really like trying to be a hero there. Because he could have had any girl in the village. They were throwing themselves at him. And everybody in the village hated Belle. She's like, you're weird, you read books, you don't fit in, you get out of here, nerd. And Gaston was like, no, she is the prize. She's got the real value when it comes to personhood. I'm gonna go after her, because she's the best of y'all. And Belle repaid him by completely rebuffing his advances, humiliating him whenever she could, and getting a furry to murder him. I mean, Malik, there's nothing in the movie that says that he was only pursuing her because she was a challenge. At least nothing in the original movie. I never saw the remake, the CGI-ish, live-action-ish remake with Emma Watson. Alright, is there anything else I can do in town before I forget? Other than literally everything? Did I ever bomb the place up here? Wasn't it Emma Watson? Isn't that her name? From, the Harry Potter movies. I'm one short. I don't want to go to Lake Hylia to get another one. I think I can get the one at the Water Palace? Question mark? Big old question mark? Oh right, it took away all my arrows when I died. That's why I have so few. What the heck was this building? Oh, it's money-making game. I don't need no stinking money-making game. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go around to the lake. Shippuden wants my top 3 Disney villains. For the purpose of this top 3, I'm going to stick with classic Disney villains and not say, like, the Alien Queen from Aliens because Disney bought 20th Century Fox. And now the Alien Queen is a Disney princess. Even though she totally is. Or, you know, Darth Vader because Disney bought Star Wars. That was not a heart piece. The heart piece is when you pull the lever, and I'm stupid. So for number 3, I'm gonna say Jafar. Because, you know, Aladdin's pretty classic as far as Disney movies go. Ow. And while Jafar had a great design, personally thinking, like visual design, he had no real plan. Disney did make the Black Cauldron, and frankly, if I remembered what the Black Cauldron was about, I would probably pick that, because I remember watching that as a wee youngin', as just a wee bab. But I literally don't remember what that movie was about. I remember that it was dark and scary. So yeah, number 3, I'm going to say Jafar, because, you know, the dude had mind control powers and still couldn't figure out how to take over the Sultan. You have mind control powers. You should not need a genie. Like, you are just trying to win more at that point. I'm trying to think of a good number 2. Here's a deep cut. Number 2, I'm gonna say, oh, what was that guy's name? I'm desperately trying to, you know what? While this is happening, I'm gonna quickly Google the actor's name. Because when I say, because he's a character actor who's been in a bunch of stuff. He's been in Next Generation. If you've seen Next Generation and you remember the episode with There Are Four Lights, he's the guy from that. Jesus. What is his name? David Warner. David Warner from Tron. Who remembers Tron? He had great, like, and again, if you've seen him in other things, you know that the actor himself has great charisma. But he just had such a great presence in Tron. And I'm like 99% sure that was a Disney movie. I'll be honest, I'm really questioning myself, but I think it was. Oh, if it was in Kingdom Hearts 2, then it definitely was. But yeah, just great performance. Pretty one-dimensional character, but like, it's a computer program. They're supposed to be. It's a feature, not a bug. These things chasing me are bugs. They're like sand bugs. So yeah, he's my number 2. I can never remember which are buttons and which are torches. What was that? And number 1, Disney villain. Now, MCP is not great. Like, he does the voice of it, but the MCP gets like one scene of dialogue. And they really tried to do a lot with that one scene of dialogue. But it's still just one scene of dialogue. And it doesn't really communicate to the audience very well the fact that the MCP is not just a program, but is a centralized artificial intelligence. Which is like the scary part of that. I don't have the key for this yet. But like, that's not communicated well to the audience at all. So I'm gonna go with like the actual character he plays inside the program for my number 2 villain. Anyway, number 1 villain, or number 1 Disney villain. Everybody, there's one right answer to this. If we're talking classic Disney, there is only one right answer. It's Scar. Tell me I'm wrong. You're right, I didn't say Ratigan. That movie's not good. The Great Mouse Detective, like, is an interesting concept, but that doesn't translate to an interesting movie. And are you really gonna say that that should beat out Scar from The Lion King? I question that assessment very heavily. Am I just supposed to go through the key door? I guess I'm just supposed to go through the key door. In case you couldn't tell from my performance, I have memory issues. I have cognitive impairment. That's going to be the biggest obstacle to like the RPGs and games like this is my brain she no work. And like, yeah, I've played this more hours than I can count, from a young age. But in brain, she no work. Yeah, Scar, I mean, Jeremy Irons turns in a great performance as Scar, and that's like 90% of it. But Scar is one of the rare villains who succeeds at his plan. He does take over Pride Rock. He has a great villain song, which not everybody gets a great villain song. Now I'm thinking about villain songs, and I'm remembering Muppet Treasure Island with Tim Curry as a great villain, or a great portrayal of Long John Silver, who literally calls out his villain song by opening with, "Hoist me up, lads, this is me only number." And then his villain song's not good. It's so disappointing. Here's a strat for y'all. If you just hang out in the doorway, if you're hanging out in a bottom-facing doorway like this one, the tiles can't hit you. Oh, Fern Gully is another movie that I don't remember anything about. I do remember seeing that, though. It was like... It was weird. There are a lot of weird, like, 80s Disney movies, back when the doldrums of Disney movies, or Disney animated movies, I should say, that nobody remembers, that were, like, pretty off the wall there. And I'm honestly kind of surprised that Disney doesn't lean into the millennial nostalgia and try to bring some of them back, or at least some kind of reference to some of them back. But hey, I'm gonna have no health for this boss fight. There better be some hearts under these pots. Yeah, they're doing the live-action remakes of, you know, the 90s classics. You know, the renaissance or rebirth of Disney animation. But the 80s are a pit that they won't go back into. Who remembers Treasure Planet? I never saw Treasure Planet, but I've heard a lot about it. I guess that was 90s, though, because that was post-Tarzan. Here's the super deepest of cuts. Who remembers Flight of the Navigator? That wasn't animated though, so that doesn't really count. But that was an 80s Disney movie that I remember seeing multiple times as a kid. I don't know why. I know why, because it was like a kid on a spaceship with a cool talking robot alien robot computer thing. And that's what I remember. And what you don't remember is that it became a weird time skip movie of like the kid gets home and he's been traveling at near the speed of light. Relativity happens. He's still a kid age and everybody else is like 30 years older. and then it becomes this weird. It's this weird non-resolution of like he reunites with his aged family, and it's like his younger sister is now the age his parents were, and he has no connection to any of them anymore, and that's how it ends. It's such a weird downer ending to a sci-fi, you know, kind of romp, because there's no real villain. But yeah, that like there's maybe I just don't remember because I was a kid and it was just weird at that point. But like I don't remember any kind of resolution to that happening. It was just, oh, you're back. We're all old now. Everything you knew is gone. Good luck. Be sure to tell your therapist about it. I'm really not good at hitting these things with bow and arrow. Oh, there's one. I'm gonna die to this, aren't I? So yeah, that was my Disney deep cut of the 80s. It was not animated though, so I don't know if it counts. Doesn't really count for anything. That was a miss. That definitely didn't count for anything. Hey, there we go. I did it. I didn't screw it up. Shapuin, I would argue that that's not the case. Because if they made safe decisions, Cruella wouldn't have happened. The Last Jedi wouldn't have happened. Disney's burned a lot of their franchises to the ground at this point. I hit that stupid thing again. These cacti got my number. I was supposed to talk to this guy before I did the dungeon. Now that's all he says to me. What a jerk. Well, I mean, from that perspective, they considered that a safe decision because EA is focused on profit above all else. And I'm sure they showed good numbers. Yes, like the flaw wasn't The Last Jedi in and of itself. Let me clarify here. The flaw was not thinking about how your trilogy of movies for a franchise that is beloved by millions, hotly anticipated, cost you billions of dollars. Like, you should have had a plan for that. You should have, like, thought for 2 seconds about how the 3 movies in your trilogy would connect. And instead you said, J.J. Abrams, make a movie that is super safe and super open-ended so that we can make a sequel. And J.J. said, okay. And he made The Force Awakens. And it was pretty cliched and kind of nakedly a remake of New Hope. But that's what they asked for, and he did it. And he did it well enough that a bunch of people liked it. And that's fine. And he left it open-ended. There were hints about things. There were weird flash-forwards to things that were never going to happen. But hey, he put all kinds of threads there for other people to pick and choose what to pick up. And then they handed the next one to Rian Johnson, who said, you know what? I hate Star Wars, but I'm going to make this movie to show people that I hate Star Wars, but more importantly, people who like Star Wars. I'm heading to the lake now. And I'm going to die on the way already. Jeez. But yeah, when you're trying to make a subversion to a wildly popular franchise that says you should not enjoy this wildly popular franchise and you're stupid for caring about it, and then said fans of wildly popular franchise don't like that, that is not because they are racist, misogynists, whatevers. It's because you literally insulted them and made fun of them for caring about the movie that you made so that they would care about it. You specifically made it to have sequel hooks so that people would watch the next one, because that's how you make your money. Also, he's not good at writing subversions. I said it. I haven't seen Knives Out. I've heard Knives Out is good. I'm not going to talk about Knives Out, because like I said, I haven't seen it, but I have seen Last Jedi, and hoo boy. If that was supposed to be a deconstruction of Star Wars, it was not. Shapuit and I have not seen The Mandalorian. I do not have money for Disney+. Frankly, I should probably just quote-unquote buy it from online. But I have not yet. My understanding of Knives Out, possible spoiler warning, because it's really hard for me to think whether this is a spoiler or not, based on the fact that I'm saying this from a place of hearsay. My understanding of Knives Out is that it is only a subversion of the whodunit genre, in the sense that you find out partway through whodunit, and then it becomes like more of a suspense movie. More focused on, like, do they turn in said person, or does said person get away with it, or whatever. As opposed to, like, saving the reveal for the very end. Who's Dave Filoni? I have no idea what you're talking about, Book Thief. Oh, Hank Kosha said something above about Dave Filoni. I completely missed it. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the Clone Wars series. I actually did not watch Clone Wars when that was out. Or the CGI movie Clone Wars, which I constantly confuse with the other Clone Wars. I should catch that. I don't know if I do have a second bottle. Let's see if I can catch this ferry. Nope, it flew into me. I also have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. By the time that came out, I was pretty much older. Like, I considered myself too old for that age of show, you know? Why am I going back here? Oh yeah, because I'm going to Lost Woods. Duh. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. Like, my hands are on autopilot. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just moving controls around. I'm so good at video games. Yeah, I'm not saying that Avatar's not good. I obviously haven't seen it. Unless we're talking about James Cameron's Avatar, which I know is not good. But just like, I'd outgrown it? Question mark? I didn't feel it was targeted at me, so I never watched it. How about that? I didn't feel like I was suited to watch it. What's up, dude? I just stole your heart piece. Don't care about you, though. Alright, let's see if my hands know the way to the mushroom. Hey, look, they did. Amazing. That's the wrong one. It's over here. Frickin' birds. Alright, well, I don't know what platform I can watch Avatar The Last Airbender on. Or whether that will have to be something I quote-unquote buy on the internet if I'm going to watch it. Oh, a Red Knight. Red Knight's dead. Which of these is it? It's this one. I don't remember what's back in the escape sequence, but I know there's something, and I'm gonna get it. I do have access to Netflix. Since my parents have a Netflix account. Oh, 300 buckaroos. Well, I can go get the flippers while I get the mushroom turned in. Except now I have to get the rest of the way through the escape sequence. Ouch. Can't believe I'm getting owned by rats. Did I not open this chest? Oh my god. I'm so stupid. Zelda, can you believe how stupid I am? I didn't open the chest with the full heart piece right next to you. Speedrun strats. I saved half a second. I saved half a second and died to a cactus in exchange. So yeah, I don't think they were the best speedrun strats for me personally. I could have come up here. Oh wells. There, have a mushroom. I'll get the flippers and be back to get the potion, powder, stuff. I'll get the stuff. Hey, Rooster Gold. Yes, this is Link to the Past. It's the best Zelda game. Not just on the Super Nintendo, but ever. Isn't it the only Zelda game on the Super Nintendo, though? So yeah, when I say it's the best Zelda game, clearly I mean on anything. Right, I need the flippers. You've only played on airplanes? What does that mean? Like the mobile version? Is there a mobile version of this game? God, that would be terrible. Nope, I was right the first time. My hands knew the way. My brain second guessed it. And Kosha wants my top 3 SNES RPGs. Well, hot take. Legend of Zelda Link to the Past is an adventure game, not an RPG. So, top 3 SNES RPGs. Am I including Final Fantasy V in this? That's what I guess not, because that's Super Famicom, which is technically different. How the hell do I get to that heart piece? My hands don't remember the way to that. Let's just boogie on down here. It's probably this way. Yes, it is. Oh, Super Mario RPG is up there. That's a question and a half. I'm gonna go Super Mario RPG for number 3. Thank you, Jen's Duck, for reminding me of that game's existence, because I would have forgotten. I'm not gonna go Earthbound. I'll surprise y'all right now by not saying Earthbound, because my number 2 pick is Chrono Trigger, which is a controversial pick in and of itself, because a lot of people could put that at number 1 without blinking an eye. But come on, if you've seen my channel and you've seen the games that I've 100%ed, you know that I'm gonna put Final Fantasy VI at number 1. Technically Final Fantasy 3. Since we're talking about Super Nintendo. Like that should not surprise anybody. And look, I've got enough left over to buy this thing, which is a waste of money because I don't use Magic that much yet. So yeah, number 3, Super Mario RPG. Number 2, Chrono Trigger. Number 1, Final Fantasy 3, 6, whatever. Final Fantasy, the best one. Okay, it's time to go to Death Mountain. I'm sure there's a ton more stuff I could collect on the overworld, but frankly, I'd rather wait until... Wait, I have flippers now. I can get that last... It's not the last bottle. It's normally the last bottle. What bottle did I forget? I can't get it from here. Where's the bottle that I forgot to get? I'm blanking out now. I got the one I paid for. I got the one behind the inn in town. There's a third one somewhere that's like super accessible. Yeah, Jen's deck. I said like at the top the caveat that I'm not including Final Fantasy V because of Super Famicom versus Super SNES. Super SNES. Yeah, that's a thing. Super Nintendo. Somebody help me out with where the bottle that I'm missing is, because I'm missing it. I'm missing it, and it's screwing me up in my head. That's where I'm going right now, but, like, there's another one. Like, that's normally the 4th bottle, isn't it? No, the 4th bottle is the one that the thief opens. Okay, yeah. This is the 3rd bottle. I'm not crazy. I'm not too crazy. Did I saw anything good in here? I don't remember. Not that I care about. But no, it's the thief in the desert opens up the fourth bottle. It requires the mirror and the moon pearl, I think. You have to go to the dark. It's the chest itself is in the dark world where the blacksmith is. But you get the chest there, you bring it back to the light world, and you take it to the thief. You wake him up by picking up his sign. And, he opens the chest for you and gives you the bottle. Like, obviously, if you've been to the Dark World and back, you have a new sword by that point. Or you have access to a new sword. I don't remember if you need the Titan's Mitt. I don't think you do. I think you need the Titan's Mitt to get... like, to rescue the blacksmith. But not just to get to the blacksmith shop in the Dark World. I think you need the hammer for that. I'm pretty sure you need to have done the first dungeon in the Dark World to get the fourth bottle. Okay, now I'm actually going to Death Mountain. Right after I get gangbanged by these Green Knights, jeez. Ugh. Was there anything I could do up here now that I have... There was a thing I could get in town. Or do I need the hammer for that? The thing in the top left. No, I already got it. What was I thinking that you need? So I know there's a thing you need the hammer for. I'm pretty sure it's a portal. That's right there. I thought for sure there was something in town that you could do with the power glove, or once you got the power glove. I don't know. Brain hurty. Did I pass the Death Mountain entrance? Is it this way or is it up? It was up. Book thief, you mean you don't love the power glove? But it's so bad. Welcome to Old Man Who Don't Shut Up. Yay, magic mirror. I don't know whether it's technically safer to go up through his little cave or to just walk up and dodge the big angry cabbages, but I tend to just deal with cabbages. Yeah, Shaputin acknowledging it is not the same as apologizing for it or, you know, not doing it. Not doing it is preferable. Look, we're a bun. Hello. I can't believe the ball talked to me on its return voyage. I can't believe I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my goodness, Zeke Sarai, thank you for the subscription. Oh geez, that reminds me, I was gonna... Yay, heart level increase. I was going to put the emotes in the new emote slots, and I'm stupid and forgot. You want the Master Sword. I don't have the Master Sword yet. Not that I even need to come back here for that. That's super optional. Alright, here's the question. Does my brain remember how to do this part? My brain forgot to flip the thing back. You know what else I forgot? I forgot to get the upgrades after I got the flippers. I'm stupid. I still got my basic boomerang and my basic shield, and Book Thief wants me to hydrate. Unfortunately, I have no hydrate at the moment, so I will need to throw you to the BRB screen in order to do that. Assuming that I can throw you to the BRB screen. Why is my BRB screen not on my stream deck? My goodness, I am so good at video games and streaming. Alright, I'm back, and I apparently forgot to mute my microphone. Hopefully there was nothing errant going on. But here you go, Book Thief. I think in RTX voice ate the sound of the can opening, but here's the hydrate for you. I'm gonna give a big old slurp. Thank you so much. I actually needed that pretty badly. Alright, back to Zelda. I forgot what was in the chest. It must have been a key. Because I now have a key. I forget if I use it there or I go upstairs first. I'm going to try to go upstairs first. Oh, I hate these things. And I'm going to fall down like an idiot after I've killed the enemies. Yay. Alright, that's big key. You know what? I can just hop down, can't I? Behold, here I am. See, unfortunately, I don't have a door to hide in this time. I have to dodge it for realsies. Except when I don't dodge it at all. Kidding me? There's no hearts in here. Well, at least I have a health potion in a bottle. Oh, I can't reach that. Now this one's definitely a lantern. Look at this. Making sure I have magic for this. And I just missed the magic pickup. Oh well. Right. Hey Goog! The wheel pulled Link to the Past! All thanks to Book Thief. Really? You gonna make me magic mirror just for this? Oh my goodness, Goog, thank you so much for the hosting. It's extra people for me to embarrass myself in front of. Oh right, you're immune to arrows. Alright, I have a cunning plan. Are you ready for this? The good bee is gonna go kill them. Yes! Way to go, bee. Back in your cage. Okay, that's a little close for comfort. Hankosha, that was terrible. Like nothing ever was. Come here, worm. Okay, if I knew where to go, I could find the fairy pond that is in this dungeon. But I don't know where to go, so I probably won't find it. You kidding me? Where is Button? There is Button. Look at that, I still know how to do that at least. Yeah, if you fall down the correct hole, you can get into these little pots and get to the fairy pond area. Is it these, maybe? Let's try. Nope, it's the next one up, though. I bet you. I don't actually bet you, I have no money. There we go. Got me some fairies to bring me back to life. Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. References. Now we have the most annoying boss fight in this entire frickin' game. Not because he's hard necessarily, but just because he knocks you off constantly. And also no special weapons work on it, I'm pretty sure. You already almost got me once there. You're not Moldorm. Moldorm was the other boss. I don't remember the name of this boss. Oh my god, I got it on the first try without falling off? Maybe I really am good at video games. Maybe it was a fluke. Probably that one. Alright. Ow. Let's get the hell out of here. Get us a Master Sword. I don't know if you go any faster down this ladder if you dash while doing so. That is Moldorm? I thought Moldorm was the Desert Palace boss. What's the name of the Desert Palace boss then? Lenmolus. Oh no! Not the bees! I wanted apples, not bees. Boy, bird. Go away, knight. I guess the mushroom is on the way to the Master Sword, which makes it much harder to miss. Those woodcutters were not nearly furry enough to be Alf. Suddenly, you get a phone call. Shalor thinks that we can, deflect the evil wizard's power with a sword. Which is ludicrous. Because it's a sword. It's not a lightsaber. How cool would that be, though? And we all know it really deflects evil wizard magic. We'll show that off. Just as soon as I get out of these stupid woods. And back to the castle. I probably should have clarified and back to the castle, because, you know, this moment is not the one for showing it off. Alright, mowed your lawn. Heal me. I absolutely did not pay attention to what he said. I'm also probably going the wrong way if I want to get to the castle. But I can just dash straight across here. It's more fun. Hey, it's a good thing I have that power glove. Okay. Now to try to remember how to get up there. I think this is it. It is it. P.S. If you're playing a randomizer and you can't get the Master Sword, you can use the Magic Cape to get past this thing, because it's like an enemy. And with the Magic Cape, you can walk through it. Again, a hot tip for those of you who play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past randomized. Which is probably somebody. You should, it's fun. My goodness. Glad I didn't try to sword fight those guys. It's not even that it's really wide, it's just the little bat thing in the middle is the enemy, and that's, you know, it's big enough to block the door. Sword Beam is half the damage of an arrow, because Sword Beam is half the damage of your sword, if I'm not mistaken. So, an arrow is the same strength as the Master Sword, but twice the strength of a Master Sword Beam. I just push this rock? What did that do? I am completely... Right, it made that chest appear. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe pushing the block did literally nothing, and I was just stupid and didn't see the chest. Oh, somebody's trying to shoot me. What a cheater. Able to shoot me in the dark. I'm sure there's something I'm supposed to get here, too. That's probably not gotten by falling off the edge. Maybe not. Maybe I'm pushing blocks for no reason. Really? You're gonna parry an arrow with a javelin? That is a super accurate javelin. I was supposed to be able to pick up that pot and throw it at you before you got to me, you stupid thing. Now I need to find a heart. Hey, there's a heart. See, definitely more than 4 sword beams to kill that guy. You know what time it is now? It's time for the good bee. Go! Kill! Man, good bee is OP. Nerf good bee. It's like in Metal Gear Solid when you fought Sniper Wolf, and instead of doing a sniper duel with her, you hid behind a hill where she couldn't hit you and shot remote-controlled missiles at her. Except the good bee does not require remote control. It is a homing target, or homes in on targets. It does it for you. What do you mean, what's with the good bee? The good bee is good. What part of good bee is confusing? This would be a great time to like shoot him with an arrow or a sword beam or do literally anything to stop this from happening. Nope, never mind. Wait, I know that trick. You just went through the curtain. Alright. As discussed, we can't use a sword to parry, you know, magic energy. That doesn't make any sense. The good bee is just a secret, a semi-secret bee that you find who sparkles to distinguish him from all the other bees. But the good bee always attacks enemies, and lasts forever, as long as you catch him again. So we need something here to counteract the dark magical energy of Ganon's lackey, human form, whatever you want to call it. And obviously, we have to get the most magical thing we have, which is the bug catching net. Look at that, it works, as the prophecy is foretold. Okay, that was me. Yeah, Ganon is like, it's not really a Ganon though. Like, a Ganon turns out to be like Ganon in the light world, or Ganon's shadow. Like, Ganon's not a legit person. Also, I forgot that he shoots lightning. Whoops. I'm trying to talk about Link to the Past lore. But Ganon's, like, he's not a separate minion. He's some kind of projection of Ganon. Okay, I was early on that swing. Getting my butt kicked. Save me, bug catching net. I am so bad. Let's try to actually pay attention to this fight. Stop going in the same spot that you do the lightning from if you're not going to do the lightning. What a cheater. Also, shoot the thing that I can reflect back at you. Stop shooting the blue balls. There we go. Yes, exactly, Rooster Gold. Blah, 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 blah. It's the dark world. Things are dark. It's a good thing. I already have the moon pearl. Etc., etc. There, jeez. Alright. I am much less familiar with the layout of the Dark World than the Light World. At least my brain doesn't remember it as well. Also, my goodness, it has been almost 2 hours now. Maybe I should take a break and come back to this. I really don't think I'm going to power through it all in one day. I could probably guarantee that. And you know what? If I save and reload, it's going to put me at the top of the pyramid anyway. So there's not really a point to continuing on if I'm going to stop here. Yeah, I think this is the best place to stop. I think I'm going to hit the wrong button. We're going to hit the save and quit. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We finally have a game that I'm legitimately excited to be playing and happy. Hopefully you can tell that from the quality of my voice providing the commentary. So I hope you're looking forward to the remainder of this game. Until next time, take care.